let's face it, most of us who play golf always want the luxurious life of being an executive. And most of us will never know what that feels like, but we want to be able to wake up every morning and head to the country club we're a part of and play 18, heck, maybe even 36, then come home and relax and do it all again the next day. Well, with Short Par 4, you too can feel like that with their executive box, the premier top of the line that will make you feel exactly like an executive. Okay, maybe not, but the box was $100, so I'm wearing the jacket. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Welcome to Golf Ball Addict. I am Nick Moody. I'm here back with another review. If you've watched my channel, you've actually probably seen me already review Short Par 4 a couple of times. I've done a video talking about how great they are, about a box I got I really enjoyed, which was their Fairway bundles, what they called it. If you don't know what Short Par 4 is, it's basically a subscription box that gets you a bunch of clothing items and accessories for one price per month. It's just another subscription box that's in the ether right now. There's millions of them. My wife has a crafting one. There's all kinds of different ones. So of course there's golf ones. And Short Par 4 has both surprised me and they've also disappointed me. I also made a second video talking about the problem with Short Par 4. You can find both of those in the description if you want to know more, if you haven't seen any. But this specific review is going to be for the executive box. The executive box, it comes in at a hefty price point at $100 a month, which is pretty expensive. There's not going to be a lot of people who can really afford that, me being one of them. But I went ahead and tried it out for a month just so I could, show it to you guys and review it. That way, if someone was interested in it, they would know whether or not it was a good deal or not. Coming in at that $100 price point, I expect there to be a lot of value. So starting off, one of the big things that I like about the $100 executive membership is that the returns are hassle-free and they're free. So with the Fairway box, if something came in and it was the wrong size and it didn't fit well, or you were just like, hey, I don't like this, I don't have any use for it, you had to pay to ship it back. And then, I'm not sure, I've never actually went through the process, but from what I understand, it cost money and it was actually a big pain. But with this executive membership, they promise there's no hassle. You just say, hey, I don't like it. They send it and swap it right out, which is kind of a big deal because a lot of people are not happy with the things they're getting. The majority of people who are commenting on the previous reviews I've done have said some months they kill it, some months they don't, which is kind of the issue I've had. So I really have high expectations for this particular box, as I should. $100 is nothing to gawk at. It's a lot of money, especially a month. Now, I don't see the majority of people doing this per month. I see probably, they have a quarterly, they have a half a year, something like that. It's probably something to do, quarterly, just to get something fun in the mail every few months and, it just be a surprise. I can't see many people doing it every single month. I mean, unless you can afford $1,200 a year on golf stuff that isn't clubs, that's cool. But let's just dive right in. This is actually going to be last month's box. I've been meaning to show this to you guys, but life happens. So most of this, all the stuff was from last month. There was supposed to be a new one. I didn't go ahead and redo it this month, but I do want to show you guys what I got. And just kind of dive in and see, was it worth the price of admission? We'll find out. All right, so I will give a disclaimer up front. Like I said, this is last month's box, so I have actually taken these items. I've worn them on the course to see how they perform and how they feel as well. I wanted to take that into account, especially with it being a higher price point. So the first item we have here is from a brand called Task, T-A-S-C. It is a polo, it is a golf polo. Now, I have the Wild and the Wild Crazy style. They offer 4 different selections that you can kind of go through and choose what kind of style you want. I choose the Ricky Fowler Wild one. This isn't super wild by any means. It is a blue stripe, but it actually does look really good. I love it a lot. The feel is very soft to the touch. Apparently, I did some research. This Task company is known for doing like a bamboo cotton mix. It's supposed to be, for the planet and sustainability, excuse me, things like that. But they are very expensive. Polos start at $74 for the basic one, and then they honestly go up from there most of the time. This one ran about $84 on their website, so this is expensive. I have not been able to find these at a Ross, at a Bell's, at a Belk. I don't think this is the type of market. I mean, I think this is premium. I think you're only going to see this from their website unless you catch it at a really rare outlet. So, I mean, the value's pretty much there. Even if it's last season's, with it normally being $84, you take half off of it, you're still looking at a $40 polo. So definitely good value there. I have worn it on the course. It is really nice. It feels really good. It absorbs moisture really well. Down here in Florida right now, we got some really hot weather, and yeah, it handles it really well. Love the feel and performance of it. It's immediately became one of my favorite polos to wear. So honestly, it's really impressive. So from the same brand, it looks like I actually got a pair of underwear as well from the Task brand. Again, bamboo, cotton mix. These run about $24 a pair on their website, so good value there. Most guys would not spend that much on underwear for themselves. If you haven't, you should, because trust me, I wear Tommy John underwear, and it's fantastic. Most guys will never do that. They're too cheap, but if you could get a pair like this in a box or whatever, you might be pleasantly surprised. They fit great. They're fit to size. It's awesome. They're really soft. I'm going to go ahead and model them for you now so you can see. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that to you yet. We'll see where the channel goes. All right, so next up we have actually a pair of shorts. I do like these. These are a very solid navy. They almost match my jacket perfectly. Maybe I'll rock them with it. But these are actually Oxford brand, which is a very premier brand. These shorts run about $74 on their website. I have been able to find Oxford at a couple retail outlets like Bell's Outlet and things. It's pretty rare, but if you can find them, they're still $20, $25. The material is it's a little bit thicker, which might turn you off at first, but it's not. It's durable. It's very durable material. You know, it has shirt grippers in the form of of the actual logo there. You can see Oxford, that is a shirt gripper. So that's very nice. Premium quality, very comfortable, love wearing them. They match a lot of my golf outfits. You know, navy's a very universal color, so it was nice they sent me something that matched directly with the polo. I enjoy that. Again, very nice. I've worn them on the course, and yeah, I mean, there's nothing really bad to say about them. Everything, even the button quality, which I know may seem silly, but I sold clothes at Men's Wearhouse for a number of years, and I know to look for that kind of thing. And even the button quality is very, very good. Zipper quality is very, very good. You know, YKK on the zipper. That's an Outcast line if you don't know that, but it also symbolizes a very, very good quality zipper. Just the details are there, so I'm really impressed with these shorts as well. So far, so good. All right, and it appears like I only got one more item in this. Of course, besides the poker chip, you always get a poker chip with them, but the only other item I got, it looks like, was this towel. This is actually a golf towel. It's a little big to fit on the bag, but it goes in the bag. I sometimes use it when it rains because it's big enough to where you can actually fit it over your seat. But you can do it however... Got it face toward me. That's not going to do any good. You can actually face it, you can actually place it over the seat. It's actually big enough for that. It's very big. But I love the design of it. This seems like wild and crazy, so I do like that. The color scheme's awesome. It's actually short par 4 brand, as you can see there. Always nice to have an extra towel, just because, you know, during rainy season here in Florida, it rains nonstop, and you usually have to have a towel out there per round no matter what. So I like that. Now, most of these towels run about, I would say, $20 to $25. This one's its specific brand. I'm going to give it like a value of around $15, just somewhere in there. Last but not least, of course, we are looking at the poker chip. If you don't know, they always give you at least one poker chip with every single box, whether it be a Fairway or an Executive. And after a while, they become kind of a collector's item. I have quite a few. I think I have at this point 8 or 9 or something like that from all I've collected. I know guys that have a lot more than that, but I really like this poker chip. Some of them are just fun designs like Santa or beach themed or whatever, but this one actually, I'm going to show it up close there, is Amen Corner. This was right when the Masters was going on. It was right after the Masters had concluded, and getting the Amen Corner is really awesome. It really feels like something unique. It doesn't feel generic like a lot of the other ones I got. I don't know if something like this came in the Fairway bundle. Maybe it's just an Executive only. If you happen to know the answer to that, please let me know in the comments. But this is definitely one of the coolest poker chips I've gotten from them, and I've been taking it out to mark my ball. I do like it the best. Really unique there. It kind of has a holographic look to it. I usually don't give a value on their poker chips because once you have one of them, what's the need of having any more? But I would throw a value of like $5 or $10 on this just because it's from the Masters and Amen Corner. So that's awesome. I really enjoy that. So all in all, where does that leave us with short par 4's executive box? Well, honestly, I'd say it looks pretty good. I mean, when you're looking at an $80 value for the polo, an $80 value for the shorts, $20 value for the underwear, already you're looking at about $180, and then you figure the towel in. I mean, it's over $200 of retail face value that you get for $100, which is actually pretty decent. Now, the only problem is that after, here in Florida, if you're outside Florida, you don't have to pay the sales tax. If you're in Florida like me, you do. So then you end up having to pay an extra $10. It ends up being about $110 a month. I'm not in love with the price. I'm in love with what you get for the price, but I'm not in love with that price. It's a lot of money. I don't know that a lot of people can do it. My recommendation is going to be that if you do want to try out short par 4 in any way whatsoever, the executive box is the way to go. The hassle-free returns is going to save you a lot of headache. You're going to get really premium quality stuff that I think you can't find anywhere else. With the Fairway membership, I was getting a lot of stuff that I'm like, I could have bought that at Ross for $10, or I could have got that here for whatever dollar. I wasn't just blown away. There was one box that blew me away, but the rest of them I was just like, I could have found that at my local store. This is completely different. I had not even heard of TAS, the brand. I had to completely research them, find out what they did, learned a lot about them. Same thing with Oxford. I had not heard of Oxford, the brand, as far as, the shorts and golf equipment. They make some really premium, high quality stuff. And then, getting the towel with it and everything. I really enjoyed this box a lot more. I didn't get a lot with it, as many items, but the quality of the items I got was significantly better. So my recommendation overall is going to be that if you're going to do short par 4, you're on the fence about where to go or how to do it, my recommendation would probably be to do the executive box once a quarter, once every 6 months, a couple times a year. That's where you're going to really get the best value. I mean, you could spend half the money and get more boxes, but I just don't think you're going to see enough, value for dollar that you would with the executive membership. I think you're going to end up getting a bunch of stuff that either A, you don't need, or B, you could have gotten from your local store, and that's just going to kind of disappoint you, opposed to getting this and being like, wow, never heard of this brand, wow, this is unique. So overall, guys, I was really impressed with the executive box. Me being kind of a value golfer like I am, it's hard for me to recommend anything that's that high of a price. But overall, if you can afford it, it is a good value. I mean, you are getting good value for what you get. If you're from someone, you're watching this channel right now and you're like, Nick, I'm an executive. I wear that jacket every day. I play the 36 holes every day. $1,200 a year is nothing to me. Then absolutely it's worth it. You're going to end up getting $3,000 worth of stuff for $1,200 by the time the year's over. So I definitely recommend it to those guys. If you're a little bit on the cheaper end of the budget like I am, you could do it a couple times a year and still get some really cool stuff. Maybe as a Christmas present, maybe as a birthday present, something like that would be really nice. But overall, Short Par 4's customer service has still been amazing. I've been in contact with a lot of different members of their team, and I really enjoy working with them. There's nothing really else to say, guys. Short Par 4 has been a great experience. And overall, I'll continue. If I get any more boxes, I'd love to unbox them and share them with you. But this is probably going to be the last review I do for a while on Short Par 4. I think I've definitely beat the horse dry. But I appreciate you being here. And as always, keep watching to keep saving. Thank you so much, guys.